Hello. This is second part on health and second retreat, and this one is a continuation of the topic of non-killing lifestyle. The first one was on quota. The diet that consists of having a core killing none, harming none, and self-surviving, that is also one minimum, and second maximum is self-thriving and having all others thrive in no sex, and then enabling having maximum pleasure and not working. So those are like three stages of a lifestyle that all as society strive to have. And part of it is to know own survival, to have, for instance, that shortening of telomeres and starting to age does not only depend on us, it depends on all of the things, dogs, cats, also birds, and everything around that is being depending on us to not kill. What does that mean? It means that if we have a doggy or cat, or we have birdie, or we have children, or we have a business, or sell things, every single time that we place an order to kill something and there's no such necessity, and we sell it or serve it for free or ask for money to have it, it is, unlike actually alcohol, death there, and it kills. Not right away. Why not? Because that is a, how much suffering and how many of these are, and how close to personal responsibility that is. And so that is why, for instance, Benevo has non-killed food for dogs, not for treats, for all of the meals, so that no dog is big and sluggish and sluggish, and is not trapped, building us and the same similar lifestyle, and this mental confusion that I've noticed in some places, and also staying on the floor with the dog, this kind of a startle that the dogs have, which is sitting, and because the dog is unable to get out and being unaware of all the rest, or looking at the TV or reading and not being able to understand, that is because of dead animals. And so that dog, cat, or whatever it is that depends us, does contribute to own a lack of thriving, and also own quota of dead or killing quota. So that is why minced chicken for obese dog, it kills it, and we are responsible for that 7 years lifespan, or 12 years, or whatever. And so we can change that to that vegan. It does not have to be bought. The Benevo, I don't know how much it's called. On PETA website, there is also the same for cats, also from that brand Benevo. Google, if somebody has Google, or go onto the PETA website and order it. Possibly also it is to cook. My dog ate also carrots and fresh stuff, but it's not necessarily all dogs. Here, the owner's dog, she has said that the dog actually likes nuts. Some dogs do, and that's protein. What now? So remember, the quota is also if other persons are exposed to, and one serves as an example. The non-killing is important to clothes, to furniture, to having non-leather in seats, and the least is suffering, the less will be the mistakes. in producing cars, in making anything else, and that weird perception that we are angry and somehow forced to have unwanted sex non-stop or of unknown origins, which brings this kind of disgust because something is producing as if it was an item, an offspring. And these animals are like humans, they feel, and that brings the disgust. So we don't like it, and that's why it also includes milk and all of the excretions, including water and urine and the fertilizers, that is the same as imagine if you had self been asked, how about you give us all of the excrement and we're gonna now put it on the field? How would you feel? Wouldn't you feel a little bit awkward about it? Like a slave. Well, the same as with animals and cows. And so that's why the quota person each has to look around self and decide what it is that can be done. Is then eating protein, eating that animal okay? If that animal self, because they speak, does not offer, and they do not watch and justify dying then because it's eaten with appetite because of spices, then that it is fine. Urge says if it's okay. However, the urge to kill is based on permission of that happening in the ecosystem, and so not only harshness but also laziness of persons. And there's no excuse if we build stuff on different planets that are greenhouses to have nothing but buildings or have decoration and people charging who knows how much for doing lawns. What's on those lawns to eat? Nothing. Goat comes, can have soil and leaf. The same with humans. And so that is not adjusted for this whole transition, and persons get mad when others plant fruits and vegetables. It's not enough to have a private patch, one, and then place a price of $20 per tomato. So the best diet now has to be for working out, and active police is supposed to be feed. That includes all government workers, and basically all, but that is the most important because persons are unfortunately needed to restore that government, because now, for instance, someone decided that president is has committed treason and does not provide any reasons for it, which means probably it is that somebody did something wrong and he is the highest in hierarchy, so following orders, that's what it is. That's beside the point for now. Whatever he has had as a killing quota, having all others means all others have to live well and break apart the delusion of having superior that can prevent all of us from killing. There is no superior that can come and serve us non-killing diet. So on the field, instead of lying down, enable permits everywhere so that people can do that, not as compassion but as right to everybody. The wolf is not better than a human. The protein diet, to become muscular, consists of split peas. That is the best I came up with. Split peas, those that can be in big jar, the green ones, boiled to be mushy, not necessarily the beans, although the big white ones, also the giant white beans, they are not that expensive. They also have quite a lot of proteins, and calories of proteins, I just verified, it varies on absorption. What I'm at is now having that stuff absorbed by muscles, and so proteins from beans and from split peas we boil, and then the best to have it, I like it personally without sugar, is to have, for instance, vegan mayonnaise. Mix it with vegan mayonnaise as powder, or keep it in powder after boiling or in mush, and have that consumed as if it was a protein shake. The proteins in milk that are vegan, those juices, are, for instance, also available from hemp. Hemp is good, and it grows locally. In Washington we have hemp, and so that is also good to know that it grows locally and prices are reasonable, and no one was, robbed or forced to slavery to carry it from some exotic countries. so that we don't get terrorist attacks also. That is good to have from the United States, from diverse things that people grow or grow on public land, including here. It's supposed to be easy, non-tiresome. So going to supermarket, bunch of vegan split peas, big beans, all big jar boiling, then making a mush and possibly having that in boxes divided and or dried, that is whoever or whatever prefers what. Lentils are also okay. They are more, because they have more of that fiber cuticle that is not quite as palatable. And that is also the colorful beans, but that's for soup, but that's pretty good too. And these all have to be mushed and have to be consumed when working out, especially for breakfast, because that gives energy. And to remember, we do not kill plants. We do not kill plants, meaning those beans, best is from plantation where beans grow and are pretty, and persons just collect whatever it is. Just it would, um, excuse me, become mush anyway, wouldn't grow, and part is possible to go to own garden if possible, or somewhere close by, and instead of having another useless grass or whatever that is growing there, have something to eat. And it is decorative too, and it is to eat. And that is for now for proteins and non-killing lifestyles. Dogs, it is sold, and it is also possible to slowly present to dog whatever it is that he may or may not like, and see, eating, not eating. Same with cats, birds, cows, horses, and all of those animal predators. They can be also offered vegan. Vegan burgers, also mushed beans. It's not expensive at all, especially in bulk. To be continued.